And good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Evans in the WECT Digital Studio, along with First Alert meteorologist Ella Tanzi, giving you an update on the forecast for a storm that is expected to come across southeastern North Carolina on Sunday. We have been talking the past couple of days, Ella, about the possibility that this storm brings in some wintry precipitation, whether it's rain or sleet or even snow. What's the latest as of 4:30 on this Friday afternoon?
So, interestingly, John, throughout the day today, we have seen models trend more towards rain and just that sogginess throughout the day. Temperatures are mainly expected to be in the 40s for the most part. However, as that system pushes offshore, there's still an opportunity for a novelty flurry or even some light snowfall, but that's not really our biggest concern. Our biggest concern is likely going to be the potential for some ice to form. There we go. For some ice to form Sunday night. So black ice, even some slippery surfaces. That's really just going to be our biggest concern with this system. Of course, if you have weekend plans, tomorrow is going to be the better day to do so. So rain likely for most. Still that opportunity for some flurries, even light snowfall late afternoon Sunday, even into Sunday evening. Not expecting any power outages, but really it's just going to be a cold and rainy day for Sunday.
And the DOT had a news conference early this morning when they talked about putting out brine on some of the area roads and seeing if that brine will help be proactive in case things do kind of turn. But at this point in time, you're saying that right now it looks like it's going to be more rain than snow or anything like that on Sunday.
That's right. Mainly just looking to be rain throughout the day on Sunday. However, we are looking at the potential to see even over a half inch of rain in some areas. And because that system, it's going to be wrapping up in the evening, that doesn't really give a lot of daylight for any puddles to evaporate. So that's why we have concerns over the black ice and even some icy puddles for Sunday night and into early Monday.
Okay, well, let's let you get back to your graphics. I'll kind of play, see if I can go out and make this work while you're.
There we go.
There you go.
So yeah, this just goes over some of those biggest concerns: black ice, slippery surfaces for Sunday night, and then overnight lows in the 20s for Sunday night, and that's even going to linger for early next week. So of course, we're going to tell you to think about the 4 Ps: people, pets, plants, and pipes. Overnight lows in the 20s. That's very dangerous to be outside for yourself, for your family, for your pets. If you still have plants that are outdoors, bring them inside. And then, of course, as temperatures dip into the 20s, you want to start to remember how to take care of those pipes during frigid temperatures. And so those are just going to be some of our biggest concerns with this system.
And again, this is one of those systems that you say really needs to have more, it really needs to time out almost perfectly with the moisture coming in at the time we get the cold air, right?
That's right. As of now, that cold air is likely going to be still off to our west whenever the majority of that moisture pushes off. So it's not looking to be timed out perfectly for any snowfall. This is one of the latest model runs for our in-house model, and you can just see it's going to be a soggy day for Sunday. Light to moderate rainfall, steady rain as we head into Sunday afternoon. And the best chance for flurries, if you're looking to get outside and maybe see a few snowflakes, that's going to be late Sunday afternoon and even into Sunday evening. You can see this model run trending more on the rain side, but we still can't rule out the opportunity for those flurries to roll through. But then once we head into late Sunday night, we'll start to see drier weather. And again, those are just how soggy we're expected to be. Mainly going to see those rainfall tallies from about 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch throughout the region. Some areas just a little bit higher if they do see heavier rainfall. So again, that's why our main concern is going to be due to the potential for that freeze overnight. You can see the likelihood for those snow chances. higher chance that we're not going to get anything, but still a good chance that we're going to see some novelty flurries. And it's trending unlikely for really a coating or anything memorable or historical.
Yeah, this was about 50-20 yesterday, 50-30 last night. Now it's 50-40, so the chances are diminishing that we're even going to see any potential flurries.
That's right, John. I think our counties off to the west, closer to I-95, they have the best potential to see some flurries, like parts of Bladen County, and then even some of our colder spots. So we're talking about Pender County, even northern New Hanover County. Those are also spots that we'll watch to see if they get a few flurries mixed in. But I think for the most part, we're mainly just going to see cold, rainy weather throughout our Sunday. You can see it as a first alert weather day, and that's because we just want you to be prepared for another round of Arctic air early next week, and even that potential for black ice and slippery surfaces late Sunday and into Monday.
Yeah, the DOT division engineer, we were on this morning when I was on with Gabe this morning at the news conference. He was talking about the fact that they put the brine down on the roads,
Yeah.
I-40, I-140, 421, 17, on the bridges going over to the beach communities, wanting to be proactive. And he did say that they will have a crew on standby Sunday night so that if the roads, as you talked about, if the precipitation continues and there's not a lot of sun to dry it off, and we do get a couple of slick roads, they will have a crew on standby Sunday night in case they get any reports of black ice or slippery roads. They're going to take those precautions.
That's right. And also really just try to limit driving Sunday night and even into early Monday. If you have to, use extra caution, go a little bit slower. And then if you are going to be going over any bridges like the Cape Fear Memorial Bridge, even Snowscuts Bridge, just use caution because those areas can be quite slick as well. And if you see any of those large puddles, that's where we could also see some slick surfaces.
One of the graphics that you in the Weather Center, the team used was we're now in that 1 to 3 days where you can get more information with every model run that you're getting. Today, the model run showing the probability here, let's just say what it is, the probability of more rain than the chance of snow. But you're getting these 2, 3, 4 times a day, so you'll know more tonight, you'll know more tomorrow, and that forecast will really kind of zero in on what you know and what you think is going to happen.
For sure. If you remember at midday, John, the models were still trending for some flurries, and now it's just trending for more rain to push through. So it'll be interesting to see what happens overnight around the 7 o'clock hour. We'll get a new update, and then even late tonight, so in the 11 o'clock hour, we'll get another update with some of those models. And even tomorrow, if you stay tuned for Carolina in the morning at 6 o'clock, we'll have those brand new model runs as well.
Okay, well, once again, the big thing, takeaway here is download the WECT weather app on your smart device, on your iPad, whatever it is. It's a free download. You can check the radar yourself. You can get updates from our weather team. They will give you those updates as soon as they get it, specifically when we have instances like this potential for wintry weather. That's going to do it for this update. Want to thank meteorologist Ella Tanzi for coming in. She will be, and Eric will be on the air at WECT News at 5, 5:30, 6, 7, 10, and 11 tonight. And as you mentioned, Carolina in the morning tomorrow, and our coverage tomorrow, continuing on this forecast to make sure that we keep you up to date on the possibility for severe weather.
That's right.
All right, Ella Tanzi. For Ella Tanzi, I'm John Evans. Thank you so much for watching, and we're going to make sure we keep you up to date as we get closer to Sunday and the possibility for some wintry weather. Take care, everyone.